セナも開発に参加したホンダが世界に誇るスーパースポーツ NSX.
That roughly translates to holy sh! I have an NSX. And not just any NSX, but I bought the cheapest clean title example with a manual transmission offered for sale in the country. I bought it totally sight unseen and had it shipped cross country to my door. Basically, I did the most expensive and idiotic Secret Santa gift to myself. And now that the car is here, I have some serious issues to contend with, which I will get to in a bit. Just buying this 1992 Acura NSX was a big deal to me for many reasons. The first one is cost. Even though at $31,000 it was the most affordable one for sale, it's by far the most expensive car I have ever purchased. While the fleet in my garage may be impressive to some, it's mostly a collection of hoopties I picked up really cheap. This is also my first supercar, even though it has the same 0 to 60 time as a new Honda Accord. It's still considered a supercar, though some people knock it for having a somewhat generic Honda V6 and lots of generic Honda parts throughout. It's the first car that I own that has supercar appeal. To non-car people, they give it a second glance because it has the vague look of something exotic. Car guys point it out to their friends, or walk up to it to start a conversation, or snap a picture of it for their 12 Instagram followers. This kind of attention is something I'm not accustomed to with my hoopty fleet, but it gets downright weird when you cross paths with a Honda guy. For them, seeing an NSX is like a religious experience. They drop to their knees and weep at the sight of it. Well, not really, but they do tend to gush like a 15-year-old girl would seeing Justin Bieber. This is also the first mid-engine vehicle I've owned. Apparently the NSX's driving experience nirvana, as well it should be. It was created from Honda's Formula One glory days with Senna's DNA during the final breath of the analog era. Unfortunately, I have no idea what the NSX experience is like because mine is so screwed up. Yes, my cheap NSX may have been a costly mistake. The only thing it really has going for it is exterior cosmetics, which are fantastic outside of the horrible chrome wheel caps. The horror show really starts when you get in the driver's seat. Oh, God. When I look inside, I feel like Exhibit is going to pull up on my shoulder and say my ride has been pimped. I might be able to get past the two-tone interior if it didn't have this fast and furious plastic steering wheel screaming at me. Then there's the touch screen that's held up by the ashtray door and all the broken trim pieces throughout. Thankfully, when I start the engine, it's Honda reliable. Same goes for the clutch and gearbox, which feel great. The big problem making this thing drive like a pig is the front suspension. It's aligned like a Mustang, as it pulls hard to the right towards the sidewalk. I tried taking it to an alignment shop, but the camber was way too out of spec for him to correct. Something is knackered with the front suspension, and there's a clue to what's going on in the trunk. This isn't wanting to stay up. This is a control arm, which like most of the car is made out of aluminum, and clearly some impact broke it. I would assume from the box that it was sitting in that a used arm was installed, but something is still way out of whack. Neither the alignment guy or my untrained eye could see anything obvious, so this mystery is left to my mechanic. Even with the jacked suspension, it's still a lot of fun. I don't know what that noise was, but I also have zero response from the climate control. And the primitive ABS system is on the fritz. There's also a vague smell of coolant, and I have no idea when the timing belt was last changed. Was I better off spending 5 to 10 grand more for a sorted one? We'll see.